Look who's back. Look who's back again. That's right. This is John. It is WrestleScope. I know it's been a long time. It's been 4 months since I have done a vlog, since I've broadcasted. I apologize. I thank everybody that has been here and supportive of me over the 4-month hiatus I have taken. But it is time. It's finally time for WrestleScope to return. I'm going to apologize. Everything is a mess here. The studio office is an absolute disaster. And, well, hey, if Big Daddy Dave Meltzer can do it and have paper stacked up everywhere, why can't I? Maybe because he's been doing it for over 40 years. But, hey, I digress. First of all, please give a like, a subscribe, and hit the notification bell to this channel so you can be up to date on everything that is going on in the world of WrestleScope. For those of you that have commented that had noticed the teaser video from the other day, which I had actually planned on going live yesterday with something, but I got hit with one of those wonderful little stomach bugs that pretty much took me out yesterday and left me in a position where, well, I really couldn't sit here and do anything live. This is going to be a short one because I am going to be jumping into the AEW media call here coming up in half an hour with Tony Khan. And many other fantastic people in the wrestling business. It's going to be ahead of the big pay-per-view this weekend, the Revolution pay-per-view this weekend. But what I want to talk about, and it's just going to be one topic, that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. It's not going to be the longer streams that I've done in the past. Still may do a weekly show, which may be longer, but it's going to be hitting on one topic every single day, or as many days as I can do them. And today, kind of the big story is obviously talking about the big announcement that Tony Khan has tonight on, AEW Dynamite. It has been teased that he's got a huge announcement. They are in Jacksonville, Florida tonight. They are in the home of AEW. What is that announcement going to be? It could be a number of things. He has come out and said it is absolutely not a talent signing. So don't expect it to be a talent signing. There have been a couple of jokes that have floated around online about things. But Fightful Select has put out there that there is the possibility. Now, again, it's just a possibility. They haven't confirmed anything, but there is a possibility that AEW has either worked out a partnership deal or has purchased Ring of Honor. Now, Ring of Honor, they went on a hiatus before the end of the year. They were going to revamp and do a lot of things. They basically released all of their talent from contracts, or the contracts have expired within the last 2 months here. I think there might be a couple of people that are still under contract with them. Not 100% sure on that, but they are coming back as well with a big show coming up in April. They have announced that they are going to be doing shows coming up throughout the year, television tapings. That is all set. They haven't given out any details. A couple of matches have been announced, but their tape library has been up for sale for well over a year now. Their parent company, Sinclair Broadcasting, which is one of the biggest broadcasting companies in the country, they had put up the tape library last year up for sale, and it is definitely something that both WWE and AEW would be interested in. Obviously, WWE has a number of former Ring of Honor talent that are on the main roster right now: Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. AEW would obviously be very interested because of the likes of CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, but also, and I had forgotten about this, and I have to credit Ollie Davis at Wrestle Talk for bringing this up on his video today, talking about the fact that the very first All In, the very first show, which was kind of the birthplace of AEW, is actually owned by Ring of Honor. They own the rights to that. So AEW hasn't been able to do anything as far as putting that out for anybody to be able to see and things like that. Imagine if WWE got a hold of that tape library and they owned the rights to AEW's basically birthplace in All In. Obviously, AEW would want that. They would want that. So Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor or buying a major stake in Ring of Honor, whatever it may be, that could be a very interesting situation. But I pose the question to you today, and please leave your comments in the comments section. I will respond to every single one of them throughout the course of the next couple of days here. Would AEW buying Ring of Honor, would that be a good thing for the world of professional wrestling? Now, I'm going to take a look at this real quickly from two sides. From one, this would be an absolutely fantastic opportunity for some cross-branding, for an opportunity for AEW to use Ring of Honor as, I don't want to say a developmental, but it would give an opportunity for some talent that maybe aren't getting time on Dynamite and Rampage, that are only being seen on Dark and Dark Elevation, opportunities to flourish and work harder and do things with Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor could benefit because they would have a larger parent company pushing them. And obviously, without a major television deal, Ring of Honor does have Sinclair Broadcasting behind them, but you're looking at local channels all over the country. Here, where I'm based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we have My 24, which is a Sinclair broadcast station, and they have been airing Ring of Honor on a regular basis, but it's kind of all over the place. You never know when it's going to be on. It gets preempted for a lot of different things. This would give them an opportunity to get maybe a little bit of a showcase being talked about on AEW Dynamite on TBS, on Rampage on TNT, maybe even on pay-per-views, and get them out to greater eyes, bigger eyes. Now, the report came out from Ring of Honor announcer Ian Riccoboni, and I apologize if I got his last name wrong, that Ring of Honor, when they re-debut with Supercard of Honor in April, that there's going to be a new set for television, and there's going to be a new logo. So it's not just revamping of things, revamping of talent, coming back after a hiatus. They are revamping the product as well. Now, I kind of liked Ring of Honor the way they were. I kind of liked what they did. I wasn't a diehard fan because, again, without knowing when they were going to be on, it was difficult. It was difficult to watch them. When big things were coming up, I would definitely try watching the show as best as I could. But I wasn't one of those diehard Ring of Honor people. But if they could come in with a partnership with AEW, whether it's Tony Khan owning them or whatever the case may be, if it's a major partnership, I don't know. I would be excited for that as a wrestling fan. Now, on the opposite side, though, I want to look at this is, we've seen WWE, come in with, they had a partnership with Evolve, and now Evolve is dead. They have, they basically swooped up years ago, all the different, going way back into the 80s, late 80s and early 90s, all the territories, ECW and then WCW and so many different things that they swallowed them up and they were gone. Would AEW turn Ring of Honor, if they purchase them, into, AEW 3.0? Would they change it, and would it hurt? I think in a way, taking a look at it from the negative standpoint, having Ring of Honor not be a standalone, be by itself, and being aligned with one of the two big companies here in the United States would be a bad thing, because they would lose their identity as for a long time, they were the independent promotion. They were the top independent promotion. They were different than the big guys. And that's what a lot of true traditionalist wrestling fans loved, is they were separated from everybody else. They were not WWE. They were not TNA/Impact. They were not WCW. They were not ECW. They were not AEW. So, and I look at it from both standpoints here, and I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it. Again, this is just rumor, conjecture, right now, nobody knows what this announcement that Tony Khan is going to be making. Will he tease a little bit? Well, we'll probably get a little bit more out of the media call here coming up in 20 minutes. It's hard to say. It is a strong possibility that we may end up hearing something very soon. And yes, hello, Malik. How are you? Good to see you in here. Let's get to your question real quick. Yes, I agree that the legacy of what they've done should be maintained. And I really think, I think if Tony Khan does buy some sort of a major stake into Ring of Honor or has purchased them outright, that he would keep that legacy. And that really would be a shot at WWE if he owns the tape to guys like Seth Rollins / Tyler Black, to Kevin Steen, Kevin Owens, to El Generico, Sami Zayn, and so many others. And just you think back at some of the amazing matches that there were in a Ring of Honor, you know, over a 10, 12, 15-year time span, just the amazing things that happened there. I think they would, AEW over WWE would definitely honor that legacy. So there's no worries about that there. But again, going back to what I was saying with the media call coming up here very shortly, Tony Khan may not leak anything today, but knowing some of the people that are going to be in this call, knowing people in the industry that, you know, that read into things very well, there is going to be a lot more speculation coming out this afternoon. And I encourage you to definitely follow my Twitter feed at TV_wrestling. You can see it right here on the bottom of the screen. As the afternoon goes on, if I see any news popping up, if I see any, you know, rumors, thoughts coming from anybody else, I am going to be retweeting them. I do tend to like retweeting things because I want the people that put out the content to get the credit for the content. I am not a wrestling insider. I am a guy that I'm just a fan. I follow a lot of different wrestling news sources. I watch a lot of different things myself on YouTube. I take absolutely no credit for any of the things I hear. It is all things coming from other reputable wrestling news sources that have done the work, and I want to make sure that they get the proper credit that they deserve. I would sincerely hope that eventually, if it ever comes to pass, that I'm that guy that breaks a story, that, you know, breaks some news, that I would get that credit. So I'm going to make sure, whether you like them or not. I mean, there are a few, I will openly admit, there are a few channels here that I have personal beefs with, but professionally, I respect what they do. And I'm not going to get into personal beefs about any of that stuff because it's stupid. See, I told you I was coming back. I told you I was coming back, didn't I? Yep. I wasn't just teasing it. That's good to hear. I'm not going to get into the personal stuff, but I can tell you I'm in a position in life right now where I've decided that after taking the 4 months off, that I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit this thing hard. I really am. And I think the break was something I definitely needed to do, because if you look back at my last couple of broadcasts I did, I was becoming kind of negative and very jaded about wrestling, especially with WWE. My opinion hasn't changed that much, but this is going to be an opportunity for me to really put some focus into what I want to do. And I'm going to try keeping things short here. So we're coming up on 15 minutes. I'm actually going to put an end to this pretty quickly because I don't want this to be a super long broadcast. I want this to be something that people can jump into. But again, leave your comments in the comments here about what you think. If AEW does announce that they are buying Ring of Honor, that's what Tony Khan's big announcement is going to be. If he buys either a controlling stake or a major stake or buys them outright, is that good for the world of professional wrestling? And if that's not the announcement, what do you think Tony Khan's big announcement is tonight? He has come out and said it is not a talent signing. So we know that's the case. It is not a talent signing. What do you think it is? Again, follow me on all of my different social media. You can see them here on the bottom as of right now, this is only going to YouTube. I got to tell you folks that, and hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Again, you're getting my honest opinion on things. Does that mean you have to agree with it? Absolutely not. I'm just a guy. I'm a wrestling fan. I like watching wrestling, and I give my honest opinion. But Malik, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. As of right now, this channel, this is only going to be on my YouTube channel. I am not, at least for the short term, not going to be able to put it on my Facebook, not going to be able to put it on my Twitch stream. Just going to be focusing on YouTube right now, simply because, well, it's the money. You can see in the corner here, I am using StreamYard. Okay. And StreamYard is a fantastic platform. It really is. It makes it easy for people like me to be able to utilize things like this. But to be able to do the next steps of things, you can't use the free tier. You have to use the paid tier. And again, I am not complaining about StreamYard. I have never had an issue with them. It has been absolutely fantastic. But again, in the place I'm in right now, I have to be very cautious with what I'm doing financially. So I have to utilize the free options that I have here, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing with StreamYard and anything else that I'm going to be using. So moving forward, I am going to probably in my next video, unless something really huge comes out tonight out of Dynamite, tomorrow I'm going to spend a little bit of time talking about what I want to do with this channel and what's going to be coming up next. So if you have questions for me, you can reach out on any of these platforms here that you see on the bottom. Best way, honestly, is probably through Twitter, is the best way to contact me, at TV_wrestle. But I'm going to jump out of here. Got to get ready for the media call. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in live. Anybody that's watching the replay, I greatly appreciate it. If you have not liked and subscribed, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. My goal is to be uploading content every single day, at least Monday through Friday. Possibly bringing back the weekly show on Saturdays. Don't know about Sundays, but I'll keep you informed, folks. I will let you know what's happening. It's baby steps right now, one step at a time to bring this channel back. But I'm excited to bring this back, excited to be here and do this. And as we move forward, hopefully be able to add more things in and add some more people into this as well. A couple of last comments to get into. Let's see. Malik. Yep, I agree. It would be a huge hit to WWE. I don't know about them deserving the hit. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, it would be a gigantic move by AEW. Crossing my fingers here, really crossing my fingers. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I am John. This is WrestleScope. What's going to happen tonight? We will find out. I will try live tweeting as best as I can during all of it. And I'll be tweeting out notes from the media call, the Tony Khan media call coming up here very shortly too. So follow me on Twitter at TV_wrestle. Thank you very much. Enjoy wrestling. Love wrestling. Support the wrestlers. Even if you don't like what's going on with the company, whatever it may be, support the wrestlers because they deserve it. No matter who they are, even if you don't like their character on TV, remember they are human beings. They are people that are trying to support themselves and support their families. We need to support the wrestlers right now. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm John from WrestleScope. Have a great day, everybody.